Hello, welcome back to Heathcroft Garden. I thought we'd have a little walk around today, just have a look at progress since the last video I did. If you've seen it, what I was doing was installing the new lawn edging. It's all now pointed up, in the turf reinstated, and looking rather well, I'd like to think. I'm pleased with it. So, anything you see on the inside of the pavers is going to remain grass. Anything on the outside is going to become either new beds or pathways. There's going to be a path runs down this side. There's going to be a new raised bed that goes in there. Raised beds are good in my garden here because if you look up, it's rather a windy day, but you'll see there's a huge tree. Huge trees suck large amounts of water out of the ground. So the previous owners of the property installed these raised beds, which are a really good idea. By installing the raised beds, the soil retains moisture better. The tree roots don't come up, the tree roots go down. I've never found any tree roots in the raised beds when I've been digging. So what that does is give the plants a bit of a chance to establish and get their roots down before they have to compete with the tree taking a lot of moisture out of the ground. I wouldn't be without the tree, don't get me wrong. It's a lovely big tree, it adds a real presence to the garden. And it breaks the wind, and it's a rather windy day today. In the winter I especially appreciate the shelter it gives. So yes, so a path down, as I was saying, I digress, a path down there. It's going to be a new raised bed that goes in here. There's then going to be a pathway, the circular bit, raised bit is going to come out here. There's going to be a walkway through here, similar to this, between the existing bed and the new bed, a little jungle walkway if you will, that will bring you back round here. I think since last time I did a video I've also put this bed in. The bed here, the circular one in front of you, is a bed for summer bedding. Every year, or my previous garden, which was in a jungle theme, and this garden to some extent, I like to cram plants in. I try to give them enough space, but I cram them in. Then when it comes to the more tender summer bedding type plants, such as insects, bananas and things like that, I don't have room to fit them in, basically, because I've got so many other plants. So the bed here is going to be for summer bedding. I'm going to plant it up in the summer, is the plan. Empty it, come the first frost, mulch it, leave it for the winter. It's not a huge bed, so it's not really going to inflict on the view from the window, because the view from the window that faces this way is across the open countryside anyway, so if anything, that will clear the view for the winter. So yes, that's what's going to happen there. The area in front of you that I've started to strip is going to be stripped. It's going to be gravel here. I did try out various laying paving stones and things, but I've decided gravel is the way to go. I've installed a couple of sandstone slabs in the front of the greenhouse to act as a step when you go in. Let's just have a quick look in the greenhouse while we're here. I've emptied the greenhouse. I say emptied, I say it's not empty at all. I've eased the situation in the greenhouse. I couldn't even get in here. Well, I could open the door, just squeeze in enough to water previously, but I've had a bit of a tidy up. A lot of the cannas in pots are now stood outside. They're starting to grow, and I'm hoping against the house wall they'll be okay, even if we get a late-ish frost. So I can now get in there, because the plan is this year we want to grow a few tomatoes in there. And I need the space. and it's a bit of a juggling act with the last frost and whatever. Anyway, I've had a tidy up, that's the main thing, and I can get in here to actually show you around a bit. While we're in here, we'll take a little look at the plant here. Reassurance mitis. Isn't that wonderful? Almost snowflake-like leaves. A spiky stem. What's not to like, really? I've had that a while, this plant. I can't remember exactly how many years I've been growing it on. I've been waiting to plant it out, but I've been somewhat apprehensive of planting it out because at the time this cost me a lot of money. I think in the region of £100 when I bought it. It might have been more. I'll try to forget to soften the blow, but it wasn't cheap. Anyway, a lot of you may know that this year they have released these from a Dutch nursery. They're now being produced en masse and they've become a lot cheaper. So I now have two. I believe this one cost me £39.99, which compared to the other is very cheap. Very, very cheap. So now I have two. I might plant this one out. But I thought I'd just show you. So for those that don't know what the little plant becomes, this is what it becomes. Lovely, lovely plant. I believe can go up to 4 meters tall. So if you plant it, allow plenty of space for it to go up. So yes, I have other things just taking over in here waiting. I've been splitting a few bromeliads recently, trying to increase my stock of those. Unfortunately the knife slipped and I have caused myself an injury, but I'm sure that'll heal. What else can I show you quickly? Megafatia. It's meant to be a fatia on steroids. I've never actually seen a fully grown one, so I don't know, but I'm a sucker for believing the hype. So I've got one. I'm going to grow it on this year. Probably be planting next year, depending how much growth it puts on. I like a little bit of woody stem on them before I plant things out, and that's too small in my opinion at the moment. But yes, so that's going to go in. The inset is now pushing out its first leaf roller of the year. It's waiting to go out. What else can I show you quickly in here? I rather like this. A new Shophelia to me. Lovely shiny leaf on that one. Can we focus? I don't think we can. Hang on. I'm not sure if that's picking up or not. There we go. Lovely, lovely plant again. Anyhow, let's go out. I don't think you've seen this either. This is the new circular patio. So you'll see there's a circular theme. We have overlapping circles, a circular summer bed, and a circular patio. The table and chairs probably aren't staying. I just stood those there just to get an idea of what would fit and how it would look. So nice sandstone patio has gone down. I had to adjust the wall at the back here. If we look along, I had to get it used to go nearly straight through there in order to get the circular patio in. I've curved the wall as well. Tried to reuse the same blocks, broken slabs. I quite like them with the moss on top and the rustic look. I've got a little bit of shingle down here and a little bit of planting started around the pond. There's the pond. Some planting in, a couple of palms at the back there, an Aurelia, a lata. Here, another one with just getting its leaves. It's deciduous this, but wonderful big leaves once they get going. I believe they call it the devil's walking stick, and when you look at the spines on that, similar to Brachiops mitis, you wouldn't want to grab it as a walking stick. I'm not sure you've seen the monolith before. It's a fairly recent installation. I bought that from Facebook Marketplace for the priceless sum of £30. Pre-drilled. Took me a day to, or half a day to get it out of the garden where it was, because it involved several steps, which wasn't easy with just Travis trying to lift it. But that's by the by. Looks well. Now it's in here, I like it. I like the sound of running water in the garden. I've noticed before when you film running water, it always sounds loud. It's a nice background sound in reality when you're in the garden. So yes, as I say, I've started some planting in the garden. It's not finished yet. I've just put some key bits in so I know what's what and how much space I've got. I'm sure it will develop as the season goes on. With each trip I take to a nursery or garden centre, I'm sure I'll have to find a bit more space or something. So there you go, that was a quick update on the latest happenings at Heathcroft Garden. If you like what you saw today, please take the time to subscribe. It's totally free, it helps the channel grow. If you liked what you saw, please click the like button. If you click the bell, you'll get notifications of when I upload a new video. Doing all those things helps the channel raise its profile on YouTube. So just viewing has helped a lot, so thank you very much, and join me next time at Heathcroft Garden.